Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, you've just tuned into the place where we talk about everything from sports to the juiciest drama that unfolds when a celebrity steps off the field, or court, and into real life. And trust me, today's story is one of those oh wow, I can't believe that just happened moments. Now, you might be asking yourself, wait, what happened? Well, buckle up because we're about to talk about one of the most famous NFL players in history, Adrian Peterson, and how this legend of the gridiron is now dealing with a lot of off-the-field issues. Yes, folks, we're diving deep into some serious drama involving Adrian Peterson, and it's not what you might expect from a guy who rushed for over 14,000 yards in his career. Nope, this is about legal battles, debt, and some serious child support issues that even the best athletes can't escape. Alright, so first things first, Adrian Peterson. The name itself probably makes you think of that explosive running back. Right? He dominated the NFL for over a decade. Had some epic moments. Remember his 2,000-yard season in 2012? Unreal, and let's not forget, he's a future Hall of Famer. But recently? Well, let's just say Peterson is in the news for some less than MVP-worthy reasons. And no, it's not another tackle or touchdown, this time. It's warrants for his arrest. Yes, you heard that right. Adrian Peterson has warrants for his arrest in Texas. And no, this isn't some sports-related scandal. It's a whole different ballgame. These arrest warrants are related to Peterson's failure to appear in court for two different child support cases. Right? Now, before you think, hold up, this is crazy, let me break it down. Adrian Peterson. This guy made over $100 million during his illustrious NFL career. You'd think that after all that money, he'd be set for life. But, my friends, life has a funny way of throwing curveballs. So, how did things get to this point? Well, Peterson has some serious financial problems. And not just with child support. His financial troubles go a lot deeper than that, we're talking about over $12 million in debt. Yikes. Here's where the drama really kicks in. Adrian Peterson took out a $5.2 million loan in 2016 from a lending company in Pennsylvania. And spoiler alert, he didn't pay it back. Big surprise, right? The loan was supposed to help him consolidate debt. But apparently, the only thing it consolidated was a whole lot more problems. And when the money didn't come through as expected, when Peterson didn't land that $18 million contract he was counting on from the Vikings, things took a nosedive. Fast forward to today, and Peterson is facing a court-appointed receiver, who's been going after his assets, including his NFL memorabilia. Yep, even his trophies were up for grabs. It's safe to say that not even his career highlights are safe at this point. But let's get back to those warrants. The two capias warrants that were issued against Peterson aren't your typical arrest warrants. They're a little different. Capias warrants are issued when someone fails to show up for a court date. In Peterson's case, it's all about missing hearings for child support cases, specifically for children from Minnesota. And those warrants? They've got some serious numbers attached to them. $9,500 and $7,500 cash bonds. Folks, that's a hefty price to pay just for missing a couple of court dates. But the plot thickens. It always does. In one of these child support cases, a qualified domestic relations order was signed, which means Peterson's NFL benefits could be used to pay support. Yes, you heard that right, NFL benefits. So even though Peterson's no longer running on the field, his career earnings are still in play here. But here's where things get even spicier. This isn't just about child support. There's also a mysterious assault case hanging over his head. In May, Peterson was accused of slapping a woman from behind. No, this isn't an on-the-field altercation. And it definitely isn't part of his usual highlight reel. Fast forward to October, and Peterson pled no contest to the misdemeanor assault charge. Now, don't worry, no jail time here. But he was ordered to pay a $500 fine. And while it's not a huge penalty, it's just another complication in an already messy situation. Now, let's get into the biggest mess of them all. That $12 million debt I mentioned earlier. It's like a bad movie plot that keeps getting worse. Peterson's debt, which originally came from that $5.2 million loan, has spiraled into a total disaster. Why? Because his financial advisor messed up. Peterson has said that this loan was for a business venture that was supposed to pay off. However, it turns out the loan was only in his name, no co-signer. No business partner covering him. And when things didn't go as planned, Peterson was left holding the bag. In 2021, Peterson was slapped with an $8.3 million court judgment, along with $15 in attorney's fees and 9% annual interest. So, in total, Peterson owes a whopping $12.5 million, and that's just the starting point. So, where does this all leave us? Well, Peterson's still trying to work things out. His publicist has said that he's actively working with his legal team to clear up the situation. He's committed to paying his dues and moving forward. And hey, at least he's not giving up, right? But what about the future? Is there hope for Peterson to turn this all around? Absolutely. While things look bleak right now, with his legal team working on a resolution, Peterson could eventually bounce back. After all, this is a guy who's been through knee injuries, contract disputes, and has still managed to keep his career going. If anyone can overcome a financial and legal mess, it's him. So, what's next for Adrian Peterson? Will he finally clear up his debt, take care of his child support issues, and get back on track? Well, we'll just have to wait and see. Alright, folks, before we wrap up, if you enjoyed this deep dive into Adrian Peterson's crazy off-the-field saga, do me a favor, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with your friends so they can get in on the drama. 2. You don't want to miss what we've got coming up next. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out. Adrian Peterson, former NFL MVP and one of the best running backs to ever play the game, is now facing some serious legal issues. And no, it's not from a bad call by the refs or a beef with another player, this time. It's a lot more personal. Peterson has 2 warrants out for his arrest in Texas. Wait, what? Yep, you heard that right. You might be thinking, wait, how does Adrian Peterson, who made over $100 million in his career, end up in this situation? Well, let's break it down. The issue revolves around child support. Apparently, Peterson missed a couple of court dates related to 2 different child support cases. And guess what? The court isn't having it. So, they issued capias warrants for his arrest. Now, these aren't your regular arrest warrants. These are more like a polite, hey, you missed your court date, and we need you here, kinda deal. But still, not the type of invitation anyone wants to get. Especially not a former NFL star. Now, you might be thinking, but he's rich, right? Why can't he just pay the child support and move on? Well, here's where it gets interesting. Peterson is also battling a massive debt. We're talking over $12 million. So, yeah, the man's finances are not exactly in tip-top shape right now. Back in 2016, he took out a $5.2 million loan from a Pennsylvania lending company. And, well, he hasn't paid it back. Oops. To make matters worse, Peterson's financial advisor, who he blames for the situation, isn't really around to help him out of this mess. Instead, a court-appointed receiver has been working to seize his assets, and they've even gone so far as to auction off some of Peterson's NFL memorabilia to try to recoup some of the debt. Oh, but wait, there's more. Not only is Peterson dealing with the child support issues and the looming debt, but he also got himself into another mess when he was charged with misdemeanor assault in May. Yeah, it turns out that he slapped a woman from behind, and in October, he pled no contest to the charge. He ended up paying a $500 fine, thankfully. No jail time there, but still, not the kind of news you want to see in the headlines when you're a former NFL MVP. So, here we are, a guy who once ran like a beast on the football field, breaking records and making millions, is now fighting off legal and financial battles like it's a full-contact sport. But here's the kicker. Peterson isn't just sitting back and letting things happen. According to his publicist, Peterson is actively working with his legal team to resolve all of this as quickly as possible. He's committed to clearing up the situation and moving forward in a positive direction. So, hey, let's give him some credit for trying to clean things up, right?